Morning team, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Europa Universalis 4, and today we're going to be continuing our campaign as Austria. We are the Emperor. We have successfully managed to release a few nations in the last video, and as I said at the end of the last episode, we are going to be attacking Bohemia. And in order to do this, we are going to break our alliance and wait till we can send another diplomat. Go to war with them. They will be incredibly unhappy with us. Not too bad, actually. Surprisingly so. And we should be able to call a large number of people into this war. I think Saxony, possibly, and hopefully Hungary. Oh no, Hungary entered a offensive war with us last time, so they will not be able to enter a war until 1460, possibly. So, we will look at what we will be doing here. No one can come into the fray. Saxony will actually... I hadn't accounted for that. Slightly unfortunate. And obviously we do still have the royal marriage. I can't remember who first got the royal marriage, but he's 25, so he won't be dying anytime soon, and we are 37. We do have our king set as a leader, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow a little bit of time to tick past. There is a possibility that we will lose the modifier for the royal marriage. I think 0.31 ducats a month is a really nice increase. We could take this one. This one has 2 building slots, so I will give that one. Florence has taken Lucca. Okay, they are currently allied with Hungary, Provence and Milan. It would be really nice to go to war with them, actually. I will go ahead and take this. I believe it gives us a 5-year CB once they decline, which they inevitably will. So it will give us a 5-year window to which to go and dominate this risky HRE area down here. I don't know why my screen is freaking out. It's going backwards and forwards. The scroll speed is glitching a little bit. So currently we obviously do have an alliance with Saxony. They are not in the current war with Bohemia against Poland and everyone. So us going to war with Bohemia would jeopardize our relationship with Saxony a small amount. However, I think it is the best thing to do. The reason I really like going to war with Florence down here is that Hungary will come in, Milan will come in, and obviously Florence will come in. If we can convince Hungary not to come into the war, then we can only go to war with these guys. We can release Parma as a separate nation. I believe they have a core. Yep. We can release Pisa as a separate nation, which would be fantastic. And we can release Lucca as a separate nation up here, which would be a really, really smart move. You know, releasing 3 princes at one time would be pretty snazzy fantastic. Do I want to do the war against Florence first, or the war against Bohemia first? Bohemia is obviously getting beaten up a little bit by Poland and Lithuania. Bohemia, they currently have 18 manpower. Wow, that is rough. Saxony have... This is slow. Saxony have 9,000 troops, which is the 9,000 that we can see up here. So if we were to currently declare on Bohemia, they are at war with Brandenburg, Lunenburg, Poland, Moldavia, Lithuania, Riga. I think we will leave it a small amount of time to allow that war to develop, for Bohemia to have its shit kicked in, and then we will consider going to war with Florence at the same time. I will improve relations with these guys. We don't have any improved relations. Interesting. So we don't have any diplomats to send. I will remove the diplomat from improving relations with the Palatinate. They are pretty. I believe they're maxed out completely. We can improve relations here. See the likelihood that they will be able to not come into our war when we do declare on Florence. We'll just allow the two situations to develop slightly. It would be nice if we could keep Hungary out of the war with Florence, and it would be nice if we could keep Saxony out of the war with Bohemia. And obviously, Bohemia losing troops would be absolutely fantastic. So as you can see up here, they're currently in a battle. It is really nice that they're losing troops. They're down to about 9,000 troops in total there, which is really, really good. All these little battles themselves, they are currently winning that war, but it is unlikely that they will continue to win that war. So all of these little battles take a small chipping amount of their manpower, which they don't have, obviously, and their troop numbers. So we should be easily able to take care of 9,000 Saxon troops, and therefore when we can go to war with these guys, we will. We are still improving relations with Cologne, who are not supporting us for the next election. They prefer Brandenburg. So there's 23 points in it. That's not really an issue. We can increase relations by 29, so we may just about be able to get there, but I don't think it's a huge issue. Brandenburg will win the war that they're currently in, and a new heir to the throne. That is really nice, actually, because we were we were heading into a pretty nasty PU after this. 522. So we're currently gaining 675. As I said before, my plan is to get to national ideas, take a diplomatic idea group. I'm still uncertain whether we'll take diplomatic ideas or influence ideas. Diplomatic reputation is incredibly nice. I think to start off with, I'll go diplomatic ideas. I might go diplomatic. Still uncertain, actually. It's a pretty difficult choice. It may be worthwhile going for diplomatic, then over to either offensive, which is really nice, or quality, which is also really nice. Obviously, as a nation, we gain quite a lot of diplomatic ideas up here. We have morale of armies increased, so increasing that again would be really nice, and we get some discipline right over here at the end. It's quite late, so maybe increasing morale of armies with defensive, or I don't think we need quantity. We won't be able to fully fulfill our quota anyway. It's a really, really difficult choice. I will have to think about that some more. I'll have a look through and consider where my ideas points should go. But we will carry on for now, and that is all in the future. That is all. Denmark will come in. That makes a huge difference. I really like that. Before we do anything, let's have a quick look I don't think there's Thuringia. It'd be really interesting to go and beat up on Saxony in order to alter. We won't be able to reach 100 with Cologne. We are not currently focusing on Conquer Luthringen. So what I am going to do is I will combine these up. They will get a small amount of attrition as they march over, but I'm going to focus on Thuringen from the Saxon territory, releasing that, separate piecing them out, call in Denmark, declare war. Obviously it leads to a stability drop because we did still have the dynastic relations, but we will march this army over here and march this army over here. I will keep them close to each other in order to enable reinforcements. I don't think we want to pounce on this Bohemian army. The other war is sufficiently taking care of their risks in that department. We do have a national rest of +1, so adding +2 to that, we are still at war. We do have negative stability. All of these factors make me think that I will take the national unrest, but this boosting our stability will slow down us getting to. So we did run into the Bohemian army. It is not an issue. We will happily kill them. Absolutely no chance of them. Unfortunately, it was with the army without a leader, so we would have taken more losses than we would otherwise have done if we'd gone in there with a leader, but I don't think it's an issue. So this guy is absolutely awful. 0-1-0-0. I will consider. I forgot to take the technology before I went to war. I will consider. We do have 73 left over, so I will consider hiring another leader. A 2-3. That's 0-2-3. That's not bad at all. We'll assign this guy 2-3 general. March him up here. Obviously we don't have any siege values on any of our leaders. The Emperor is dead. We've gained 10 imperial authority. However, unfortunately, we are now in a Regency Council and we are actually kind of lucky that that paid off for us. The Regents Council is completely awful. It's not great. I knew I was taking a risk with having my leader as a general. Gonna have to use the crap general. I mean, it isn't a huge issue. We will continue onwards, and Saxony's coming down here. They are looking to take back these territories. I don't think we need to worry too much about it, but I will merge. I don't want to deploy, I want to merge and split, bring half the army over here. So they're taking Thuringen, which is my unofficial war goal for this situation. What I will do is consolidate. merge. Hello. I'll bring you all together, merge you up, and then march on Saxony. It would be really nice if we could prevent them from besieging that area, and then we can move this guy over here. I'm continuing to play on speed 5. It isn't a proper speed 5 because my computer is so slow. So if I do make mistakes, part of it is to do with... that's really unfortunate actually, because Burgundy's just declared war on their enemy France. I was considering, as I said at the end of the last episode, going to war to take Lothringen, which is one of our claims, creating a relationship with France and going in there. And obviously now they won't be able to do that because they will have a truce. Do any of these have a supply limit big enough? They don't, so I will have to split this army in two. Get the other army, send it there. Allow a small amount of morale recuperation, reinforcements to arrive, and all those kind of things. I forgot to set a timer for this episode, so I'm not completely sure how long it's been running. We'll probably head to the end of this war and then leave it there. This is the second time I've recorded the episode, because the first one, my mic was on mute, which is incredibly stupid, my own fault, inexperience in recording. I can consolidate there, reduces the cost of reinforcements. There I can also consolidate, sorry. As I said, Bohemia is getting its absolute poop pushed in. It's now losing 2 wars, and Brandenburg are quite happy with us. I am going to improve relations with Brandenburg. They are a big enough nation that they consider themselves for the elector position, but it would be really nice just to kind of improve relations and hopefully optimize our relationship with them. Those declared war penalties do last, and unfortunately we declared war on Cologne in one of the earlier episodes to release territory, and in hindsight that was a really bad decision because we couldn't release a prince, we could just return provinces. I think in the future I will only go to war when I can return princes to the empire rather than... So we cardinals across the border, sometimes we have the chance to set something in motion without seeming to have done so. We will gain a cardinal and Hungary will be slightly ticked off with us, or we can gain a spy master. Obviously, as I discussed, we really do want Hungary to be happy with us, and I don't think one cardinal will alter things too much. We will have 2 cardinals instead of 1, but I don't... Yeah, I think we'll just maintain a happy relationship with Hungary, and they will remain an asset to us in the future, and hopefully we can remove them from the picture when we go to war with Florence, if we can. I don't know. We do have an expiring CB against the Hansa. I'm not worried about that. We kicked their butt last episode, optimizing the amount of Obviously we do need to take the fort. They only have one fort in this area, but we do need to take that fort. Once we remove that 1000 modifier, we do need to take the fort. I don't know what the swing will be. This is worth 19% war score. Yeah, I think we just sit and wait. I'm more than happy to let this kind of tick down. As I said at the start, I really did want to try and optimize the royal marriage game against Hungary, but we do have the same dynasty. However, we haven't really had any luck. They've gained heirs rather quickly, and that has continued throughout the game. So, Brandenburg accepted peace with Bohemia. So Bohemia is now gonna return its focus towards us in this war. They've had the crap beaten out of them by these large nations. They have quite a small amount of war score, quite a small amount of manpower, of troops. So I think we are in a good position. We have assistance from Denmark down here, going through the steps of occupying them. Saxony is obviously still in this war. They are pose the largest threat at the moment. Once this falls, I will peace out Saxony. We won't have had to go to war with their army, and then we can just slowly chip away at Bohemia, which will be really nice. So let's just carry on. Really happy with the way that this is going. The whole playthrough. Obviously, I've made mistakes. I'm really sorry for that. I'm not very good at this game, as you can tell. And having not played it for a while, I'm now playing on Mac. So, just a slightly different beast. We have successfully occupied Bamberg. What a miraculous feat. This siege keeps ticking past and not taking it. I don't want to create a proper fleet. I'm Austria. I have one province. No one cares. Obviously, with the new fort system, these are very easily to take. I have a 100% chance of taking them after 1 month. And there we go. So this is the war deal that we would really, really like. I don't need them to break any of those relationships, and I don't need anything else from them. I am happy to add another prince to the empire. It's a pretty cool thing for me to be able to do in that situation, particularly considering they weren't the main focus of the war. This has a fully maintained fort, so I'm not sure how. It's a level 3, so it will be more difficult to take. I don't know how many people I will need to take that. March 1460, 5 years until we can take on the first idea group. It would be really nice if we could rush that. Denmark's doing absolute work down here, wiping out these little 1 stacks and occupying provinces, which is really, really nice. They broke this siege, which is not an issue, but we can continue to march through the Bohemian territory. It would be interesting to see kind of the effects that releasing this nation, Silesia, returning cause to Würzburg. I don't think we need to do that. Don't need to break any relations. I'll just do these things. So again, we need to obviously take the forts. Where are the forts? Here. So it might be worth our while kind of focusing our attention on the forts. As a fully maintained fort. Hopefully these two sieges will proceed relatively quickly, and then we can make the most of this area up here. I don't believe they have any troops left. They don't, so it's absolutely a matter of just going back to pre-patch modifications. Split this stack in two. Apparently I can't do that because it's locked into a movement. Ansbach full annexation, so we will be going to war with Bavaria. As we can see, they've gone in up here. They are threatened by our presence. They do not have any particularly daunting allies. It will be interesting to see whether we will go to war with Florence down here or Bavaria. I don't want Bavaria to snowball too much. They do have the propensity to do that sometimes. Just with the annexation of the smaller members of this central Germanic region, they can sometimes get quite a large vassal horde and then go out of control. But I don't want that to happen, so it may be more important for me to go after Bavaria rather than Florence. Obviously we are considering letting this region go and see if we can game the system slightly by retaking it into the HRE. That will happen around 1520, I believe, so I don't think I need this. It is a 10% discount. We currently it's quite a difficult decision. I don't really want to gain the inflation. I'll just gain the 10. I don't need that too much. Happy to just let that tick up slowly. Still don't want to create a proper fleet. Thank you for Styria. So where's it? People are arguing outside my window. That's interesting. So we have separatists. As I said, I didn't enjoy the situation of our leader dying, and it's led to a slightly messy situation with Styrian separatists. Hopefully Hungary can come and take care of them, maybe? Offer military access. Yes, please, Hungary. Come take care of my rebels. Thank you. I'll just be over here fighting a war. You can do some internal. There we are. Thank you. I will move in to help you. But thank you very much. You can take the brunt of the attack, and I will be more than happy to just sit back and relax. Continuing my internal housekeeping. There we are. We've returned the relationship with Saxony, which is pretty good. I am happy with that. Return these troops to here, and in the process of this war, we will have released a prince, which is really nice. Increased the buffer to Poland, which is really nice, and also greatly harmed the stability of Bohemia. It will be interesting to see. Did not want to go to war with the Ottomans this early. I think I will leave it here. Leave the episode there for now. I said I was going to finish the war, but that call to arms is an interesting one, so I'll take some time between the episodes to have a look at it, see what happens. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you did enjoy the episode. If you did, then stick around, leave a comment down below. And until next time, folks, goodbye!